This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Right now, you can get any Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania window or door at 20% off. No money down, no payments, no interest for a year. Call 717-727-7558 or head to rbacentralpa.com/deals before this deal ends on September 30th. Despite recent events, jailbreaks in Pennsylvania aren't actually that common. In Luzerne County, officials will discuss the area's outstanding debt. Someone stole a bunch of hornets, and an icon turns 5. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Recent events would suggest that Pennsylvania sees a lot of jailbreaks, reports Spotlight PA. 2 high-profile ones occurred just this past summer, the most recent being, of course, Danilo Cavalcante in Chester County. But Spotlight PA did its own analysis of data jail self-report to the State Department of Corrections, and it turns out that jailbreaks aren't that frequent in Pennsylvania. In fact, there have only been 14 quote-unquote actual escapes, meaning a person successfully broke out, over the past 8 years. This is out of the thousands of people incarcerated in Pennsylvania every month, mind you. Jails also have technology like facial recognition that deters people from escaping, meaning the overall number has gone down over the years. Luzerne County's financial advisor, Public Financial Management, will present an update on the area's outstanding debt today during a council work session, reports the Times Leader. As it stands now, the county owes more than $191 million in principal and interest. A report included with the meeting's agenda puts annual repayments at between $26.4 million to $26.7 million until 2023, and while it may seem like a lot, county officials are saying there's been a lot of progress. The debt in 2009 was at $466 million. Someone stole a vacuum from the back of a Ford pickup truck in Philadelphia last week, states Philly Voice. And while this person may have just been looking for something to clean their apartment with, they're in for a rather rude surprise. The vacuum belonged to Philadelphia Bee Company, which specializes in removing wasps and relocating honeybees, and was actually filled with hundreds of hornets. Writes owner Don Shump via Facebook, quote, "To the poor soul who lifted the shop vac out of the back of my truck, I wanted to give you a heads up. The vacuum was there because it was filled with European hornet queens, the largest social stinging insects in the eastern United States. I performed the removal of their nest late yesterday afternoon. Those girls should be full of life and extra spicy. I anxiously await your unboxing video." They grow up so fast, sighs PennLive. Flyers mascot and all-around icon Gritty turned 5 on Sunday. In a special post to Twitter, now X, Gritty, getting all nostalgic, posted, quote, "It feels like just yesterday I was evicted from my hideout under the bleachers." He also went on to say he celebrated by splurging on a new Honda Civic, taking a solo trip to Thailand, getting a tattoo, and getting plastic surgery. That wraps up today's episode. For more news, check out PennLive.com. Also, please remember to rate this podcast and to share it around with anyone you think would like it too. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thank you for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and we'll talk tomorrow for another episode of Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Right now, you can get any Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania window or door at 20% off. No money down, no payments, no interest for a year. Call 717-727-7558 or head to rbacentralpa.com/deals before this deal ends on September 30th.